So just a few months ago, DJI released this little bad boy right here, the Avata 2. And just for a little bit of a background, I actually got into traditional FPV back at around 2020 when I picked up the Nazgul 5. And let me tell you, traditional FPV is definitely a learning curve. I had to spend hours researching just how to build the thing, assemble it, connect it to the computer, program it, figure out how to charge the LiPo batteries, the 6S, the 4S, the different radio signals. The stuff is not easy to get into. So when the original DJI FPV was released, this guy right here, the original DJI FPV, I was super excited to get my hands on it. Traveling with the traditional FPV and the LiPo batteries was really a pain in the ass, especially when I was traveling to foreign countries where they were not used to seeing all of the technology involved. So I thought that flying this traditional FPV would be a lot easier for travel. And the fact that you could just have it hover in place and record directly from the controller, all that good stuff, not have to put a GoPro on it. But if you want my honest opinion about that drone, it's honestly trash. The camera on this drone was not very good. The way that it flew was not very good. I actually had to put a GoPro on top of it, which made it look a lot better, but it still just didn't even compare to my traditional FPV drones like the Nazgul 5. So when the original Avata came out, I had heard a lot of great things and I wanted to pick one up for myself. But at the time, I wasn't into flying FPV as much as I was doing a lot of client work with just my traditional camera, and I didn't have a lot of time to get into it. So when this little boy dropped on the website, the DJI Avata 2, I knew it was time to pull the trigger and I bought this thing right away. So in today's review of the Avata 2, I want to go over my experience with the overall setup process, the motion controller that ships with the Avata, the FPV Controller 2, the overall image quality of this thing, my flight experience, and my overall feedback of this drone. So let's jump right into the setup of this drone. So just like any other DJI drone, you essentially just unbox this thing, plug it in, connect it to your phone or your iPad, and you update the softwares. So if you guys have bought a DJI drone before, you know that you definitely want to do this at home when you're on Wi-Fi before you go out into the field, or you might have some issues flying it because it can take a while to download the software updates, and these things are never shipped with the latest software. So my experience with this thing, because I bought it so early, is that I did update it to the newest software, but as I was flying in manual mode, there was some sort of glitch where it would just fly sideways like randomly when I was doing twists and turns and flips, and I almost crashed this thing the first day. You can probably see it. I don't know if you can see, there's some scratches on it from that first flight. But other than that, guys, it's way easier than traditional FPV. It's just like any other DJI drone. So let me go get the motion controller for the next subject. Okay, so the motion controller. So guys, from somebody who flies traditional FPV and has experience flying in manual mode, as to what DJI calls it, I never really thought I was going to use this thing. So right when I got the DJI Avata 2, I was under the impression that I could use my original DJI FPV controller with it, but that wasn't the case. So I was actually forced to use this thing because I was not willing to wait an additional week to get in the new DJI FPV Controller 2. So when I did use this thing, damn, I had a good time. And the best thing about this controller is that literally anybody can fly with this controller. I literally brought my girlfriend out to fly with me on like the second day I got this thing, and I literally just gave this to her and I said, go ahead and fly FPV. And trust me, she has no experience flying drones. That was the first drone she ever flew, let alone being FPV. She was able to fly it, control it, and just kind of point and shoot with this controller. They've also released a bunch of new features with this thing where you can do like acrobatic moves, flips, twists, turns. If I'm being honest with you, I did kind of try them out. I didn't like them so much. much, just because I am coming from a traditional manual flyer, FPV pilot. So I really don't have the same control. But when it comes to just flying through trees and going straight, quick, and just being able to maneuver quickly, this thing is very, very, very intuitive. And I had a pleasure using it, for fun. So yeah, if you're somebody who's just getting into FPV, this is definitely going to be a great start for you compared to flying it just with the regular sticks. Which leads me into the next subject, and that is going to be the DJI FPV Controller 2. So I didn't think I needed to buy this. It is a little bit of a bummer that you can't use the original controller with this one, with the new Avata 2, because guys, it's literally the exact same thing as the first controller. So they just get you for an extra 200 bucks. I'm sure there's some sort of better technology inside of the remote, because from my experience, the range on this thing is pretty insane. But just overall, guys, this thing is it's the same thing. So that is definitely a big complaint for me when from DJI, not allowing you to use the $200 controller that you've bought with the previous models. However, just my overall review, it's just another controller, very lightweight. One thing I do like about these controllers is that the sticks, which looks like I'm actually missing one of them right here, the sticks you just kind of pull out from the side and then you can screw them in to the top. Let me do it really quickly and then show you guys. Just for travel purposes, it makes it a lot easier. And then what you have to do is with the left stick, you can basically get it to where when I put this stick down, it stays stationary, which is which just is going to be your throttle. So being able to adjust that will basically turn it into a full manual mode controller. So one quick thing to note, which I didn't realize, is that once you buy this thing, you do have to go into the headset settings, which I have right here. I don't know if you can see it. You do have to go into the settings of this thing, and you have to unlock the FPV mode and turn on all the settings. Can be a little bit confusing, so I'm sure you guys can check a YouTube video out to make sure you do that before you're out on the field, because for me, I was having a little bit of an issue. I was out there ready to fly with this thing, and I was having some problems, unlocking the FPV mode. But yeah, the overall feedback and review of this controller is just like any other FPV controller that I've used in the past, the DJI or some of the other ones that are off market, or any other traditional FPV controller, and it flies pretty good. One really cool thing about using one of these controllers over traditional FPV is that you actually are able to record here. You can actually adjust the angle of the camera, which is a huge plus. You cannot do that in traditional FPV. You can just hover it in place by clicking this little pause button. If you're learning to fly FPV and you're out there and you get scared that you're about to hit something, you can literally just click that pause button. And there's some other programmable buttons on this thing to really allow you to get full control of your Avata 2. So next, guys, we are going to be talking about the image quality, and this is definitely the best DJI FPV product in terms of image quality. This thing looks absolutely phenomenal. I took it to my recent trip to Switzerland, and I should be popping on the screen some of the footage that I got from this thing. Guys, it shoots 10-bit D-Log straight out of the camera right into the drone, which really is the first time, in my opinion, that you can buy one of these FPV drones and not have to add on a GoPro. For the longest time, you really needed to even use the GoPro. Like with this original one, you guys can see I mounted the GoPro on it because the image quality just wasn't good enough. You couldn't shoot it in log, but you can do it with this thing. So on top of that, the sensor is supposedly improved. I actually have my ND filters directly on this thing, which if you guys know, in the filmmaking world, that means that I'm going to be using the footage on this drone. Now, one little bit of feedback that I do have is that they don't offer 4K 24 frames per second, at least not when I flew it. They only offered 4K 30, which is a little bit of a bummer, especially for somebody coming from a cinematic background who wants to get that proper motion blur with this drone. But hopefully they'll upgrade that in a software update. I hope they definitely should. The fact that it just shoots D-Log is absolutely insane. So yeah, it shoots like up to 4K 60 frames per second, and the image quality looks great, as you guys can see on the screen. So moving into the flight experience, how was the flight experience of this Avata 2? So from somebody coming from traditional FPV, as I mentioned many times, most of the traditional one felt nothing like traditional FPV. I never flew a Cinewhoop. I only ever flew a 5-inch, which was my Nazgul. That thing flew very, very, very well, very fast. Now, this thing doesn't fly anywhere close to as fast as a 5-inch drone, but it does freaking go very, very fast, and it's very, very stable. It feels very, very close to a traditional FPV drone. Like, it just feels really good in the hands. There's no way of me explaining it. I'm not really into, you know, the drones like that, like some of these other YouTubers, to be able to tell you, oh, the throttle and the roll and the and all that good stuff. I'm not that, you know, genius inside of that aspect of it, but all I can say is that it flies very, very well. If you're new to FPV, this is definitely going to be very close to the real thing. It's just a blast being able to fly this thing. One big plus to this thing is the range. So when I was in Switzerland, I literally took this thing on top of a waterfall. I went all the way down the waterfall and I flew it I don't even know how far I was, but guys, it was far. Like, with traditional FPV or any other drone that I've had that moves at this speed, I literally had no glitches, no issues on the goggles, which, trust me, every other FPV drone that I've flown, I've experienced those types of problems and issues before, so that's a plus. So yeah, like, I'm not an expert in terms of all the specifications on the actual range on this thing, but from a standpoint as human to human, shit goes far as hell. So guys, overall feedback of the drone. Is this the right drone for you? And if you guys are trying to get into FPV, this is the drone for you. I'm not trying to sell you. Guys, I have a small channel, so I don't have too many subscribers or anything else. But from somebody who's come from traditional FPV, if I was trying to get into FPV and this drone was out, I would have said, screw every other aspect of FPV. Let me just buy this thing, because guys, this thing is a freaking beast, okay? You can fly it indoor, you got propellers. If you make some mess ups, you shouldn't hurt someone. This thing's probably not gonna break at the speeds that you fly this thing, because it's not like a full 5-inch drone that goes super fast. The range is great. There's a bunch of safety features. There's sensors on it. There's just a lot of great things to say about this drone. My overall conclusion is, if you guys are in the market to get one, freaking buy it, dude. Like, this specific Avata 2 is by far my favorite drone I've ever owned between traditional and FPV, just because it just has everything that I could ask for so far in the drone. And I'm sure that they will continue to make improvements, but guys, this thing's a beast. So other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today on the Avata 2. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a subscribe. On this channel, I focus on tech review and video production. I focus on growing your business within the creative industry, specifically production or creative agencies. And I go over self-help and self-wellness, as all three of those things are a huge passion for mine. So if you guys got some value, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more. And as always, guys, peace out.